Okay, so we're going to start by combining the terms in this expression. This is a long expression, but don't let that intimidate you guys because it's really easier than you think. First, what we're going to do is highlight, if you can, highlight all of the terms that look similar or have similar characteristics or really like variables. So I'm going to start by highlighting. Let's go back and lighten this up. Okay, I'm going to highlight this 2x here, okay, and I'm going to look for another term that has an x in it, okay? Now, remember, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different terms, so we're looking to see the ones that just have an x. Okay, this one has an xy, this one has an xy, this one has no x's or y's, this one has just an x, which is what we want, and this one has just a number, okay? So this one and this one are both my x terms, okay? Doesn't matter that this one here does not have a number because you know that it really has a 1 in front. So technically they both are terms with a coefficient and a variable. So we're going to call these our x terms. Now because these are the same exact term, we can combine these together, okay? And know that we're always going to add when we combine like terms. Always, always, always. Okay, so we're going to write, or we're going to think in our head, what is 2x's plus 1x? 3x. Okay, next, let's look for, let me pick a different color. Let's see, yellow. Okay, so next we're going to look for all of the terms that have not a 3, but have an x and a y after the coefficient. So we're looking for x, y, x, y. Oop, here's one right here, x, y. And are there any other ones? Nope. Okay, so here's 2 more similar like terms. Okay, so we're going to add, remember there is a ghosty one right here. Can you see that one? It's a little, there we go. There's a ghosty one there, so we're going to add 3 xy's plus 1 xy, which equals 4 xy's. Okay? And then we're going to look and see what else we have. We have just a number, which we call a constant, and we have just a number over here, which we call another constant. So we're going to highlight both of those constants because they are our last of our like terms. And we're going to combine those by adding 4 plus 3, which is 7. Okay? So we combined our x's. We got 3x. We combined our xy's. We got 4xy. And we combined our constants, and we got 7. Now, one important thing to keep in mind is, did you notice how when I highlighted, I included the number, or I'm sorry, the operation in front, or the sign in front of the term. So here I have not just 3xy highlighted, I have the plus sign, or the positive sign. Here I have the positive sign. Here I have the positive, and the positive, okay? Remember, we can think of this as a positive or a plus sign, okay? But for the sake of combining, it's always easier to think of it as a positive or a negative in front. I made this one easy because this expression has all positives or addition signs, okay? So let's try one that may not have all addition signs. Okay, so here's another expression. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms, okay? And we're going to start off by highlighting our first one. Let me fix that a little bit lighter. Okay, let's highlight 4b, and let's look for any other term that also has a b. So here we have a y, no. b, yes. Highlight. Remember to include the sign. And any other ones? Nope. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and combine them by adding. So let's add in our heads. 4b plus 1b is 5b, okay? And then we're going to go and highlight any other ones that have a y, because this term has a y variable. So where are our y variables? Right here. So we're going to highlight that whole term, including the sign, and that's all we have. So we're going to ask ourselves, what is negative 5y minus 5y? Okay, or you can think of it like, let me move this, let's do negative 5y, change the sign, add a line, negative 5y plus a negative 5y. Okay, so some of these you may not be able to do in your head. You should start trying, because it's important, but some you may not be able to. So, if we remember our rules, we're going to same signs add these up, different signs subtract. And then we're going to take the sign of the larger, and then you'll be exact, right? So we're going to take these, and we're going to add negative 5 and negative 5. Same signs, we add them up. So if we add them, we get 10y, and then take the sign of the larger, which is a negative 10y. So negative 5y plus negative 5y is negative 10y. Okay. Okay, so if you noticed, I put the work down here off to the side so that I can put my answer, and I'm actually going to put it in green so that you guys can see where my green terms came from, okay? And then lastly, we're going to highlight what we have left, which would be a negative 7, which is a constant, and we actually don't have any other constants. So we're going to just write negative 7. Can you guys see that okay? Let me make it a little darker. Negative 7. There we go. Or a little lighter. And then we're going to highlight our last term that we have, which happens to be a term that has a b and a y. Are there any other ones that have that? Well, no, because we're done. There are no other terms, so we're actually just going to add that on as well. There is nothing to combine with those, with the 7 or the 3by. Okay. So this is actually our final simplified expression. Okay, we fully simplified, meaning we combined everything that needed to be combined, and basically it cannot be broken down or simplified anymore. So that's what we're going to leave as our answer. Okay, so our last expression that we're going to do has 6 terms, and a couple of them are actually exponential terms. So we're going to start off again by highlighting our first term, and then we're going to ask ourselves which ones look like this. Well, we have another one right here with a g and a square, okay, or a 2 exponent, okay. So we're going to combine those, and if you want, I would suggest doing the combining somewhere else on your paper. So I'm going to do it down here. Remember, when we combine, we always add. So I'm adding this one plus this one together. Okay, 2g plus a negative g squared. Remember, there's a 1 in front of this g here. Okay, so let's think. 2g plus negative 1g is a 1. Okay, because different signs subtract, and then don't forget to keep that square there. Okay, so our answer will be, let me get this nice and, okay, so 1g squared. Okay, now that we're done with those, we're going to highlight the next term, which, let's just do this one, and we're going to highlight the other one, which they are both called constants because they're just a single number, and down here I'm going to add 6 plus a negative 3, which is 3. So I'm going to write next in my expression plus 3, okay? And then we have 2 terms left. They actually both have an f and a g, so I'm going to highlight both of them because they are like terms. And then I'm going to do the math and add 8FG plus, and this one over here is actually a negative 2FG. Okay, so we're going to add 8 plus a negative 2, which is, if we because they're different signs, we're going to subtract them, and 8 minus 2 would be 4FG. So positive 4 plus 4FG. Okay, and I combine my blue terms here, I combine my white constants here, and then my green terms here. So this is all finished. That's fully simplified. Good work, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and send me a message on iTunes U if you need to. All right, bye.